Joining me now, Anton Daniels, YouTuber, content creator, Stacy Washington, host of Stacy on the Right on Sirius XM. Guys, great to see you tonight. Stacy, I had no idea what she said. So what's going on here? Is this deliberate?
So I think she really is a very weak candidate, Laura, but this is about more than that because she's asking for a promotion. She's asking to be moved up from the vice presidency to the presidency after 4 years of failure. And she keeps saying, turn the page, turn the page. But how can you turn the page by giving her a promotion? This is the easiest question she's going to get. How are people better off now than they were 4 years ago? I'm not going to help her campaign, but I can tell you there is an answer to that question that even a Democrat could pull off, and even that is something she can't do.
Well, Anton, I think the question for Americans tonight is, do they feel good about the way things are? And if they do, then they should vote for Kamala Harris. If they don't like, all these migrants being shipped into their towns, another town, a little town in Alabama is getting inundated as we speak with migrants. But if they like that, and they like the economy, and they like the price of gas and food, then they should vote for her. I mean, I think it really is a simple question, but she cannot address these issues.
They asked her this same question in the very beginning of the presidential debate, and she failed to answer it. Yeah, she failed to answer it then, and they verbatim, word for word, asked her the same question this time at the National Association of Black Journalists, and she can't get it right. I find her completely incompetent. If you ask anybody on the ground, and I actually went out this weekend and spoke with people in Detroit and in Michigan, and they are absolutely against her because, to answer the question, Frank, it is worse than when she got handed the keys 3.5 years ago when inflation was at 1.2%. It is exponentially worse. People are losing their homes. They're getting evicted. She keeps talking about 3 million homes that she wants to build. There's 1.7 million homes that's available now. And people can't afford to buy them because interest rates are too high, groceries are too high, and all across the board, repossessions, no matter where it is that you look, no matter where you look in America, people are suffering exponentially. And so actually I give her credit for being able to dodge the question effectively twice.
Stacey, I want to get your reaction to comments Kamala Harris made when she was pressed about black men moving toward Trump.
I think it's very important to not operate from the assumption that black men are in anybody's pocket. Black men are like any other voting group. You got to earn their vote. So I'm working to earn the vote, not assuming I'm going to have it because I am black.
Stacey. She's treated black voters as a monolith for her entire career, but now she's like, well, they don't all, everyone doesn't agree on the issues.
Yeah, so Laura, this is the insult of all of the Democrat campaigns from now until for my childhood. But the worst of it for Kamala Harris is that she really is running on a record of failure that she and Biden have just pushed onto this country. You mentioned the migrants, the jobs, the situation at the border, but it's the crime. And black men are moving away from the Democrat Party. They're moving towards success. They're moving towards language that doesn't paint them as victims. And they're moving towards an economic outlook because 85% of our experiences are the same. Race is a very minor part of how we live and how we interact with each other. And black men and other voters, it's not just black men, are looking for policy, and they're looking for a way back to our $1.89 a gallon gas and the affordable food and the low interest rates that we had during the Trump years. So I appreciate the question, but she's not good for anyone.
And Anton, I mean, the facts are the facts, unless the census is in on the conspiracy here, because their data shows that Americans are poorer, median real income down significantly since 2019. So in 4 years, you've fallen further behind.
Correct.
But we're supposed to be upset because Trump's mean to Taylor Swift, or I don't get that. I don't get that campaign. It's insulting the intelligence of all of us. And
yeah,
sorry to Taylor, but
it is insulting our intelligence because what they're telling us is that we need to focus more on the vibes and the energies and a feel-good campaign instead of focusing on whether or not we can actually provide for our families, whether or not there is an opportunity for us to really excel. They're even emasculating us and placing other groups based off of identity politics, in which we don't even identify with the fact that she was given her position and she didn't even have to earn it. She was given to us. And so I see more black men actually moving towards the Republican Party, and specifically they identify more with Trump, especially with the idea that he's able to speak his mind, and he's willing to actually answer the questions that's being asked of him with regard to how it is that we can benefit and be able to provide for our families.
But wait, you guys are very unfair. Stacey, you're very unfair to poor Kamala, because she does talk a lot about opportunity zones. I think that's a Trump idea, by the way. Opportunity economy, and there are going to be these zones of growth. All the zones are going to be coming. Stacey, is that convincing?
No, it isn't. So, you know, I like statistics and graphs just as much as the next Republican, but it's pretty easy for me. I can go into my Amazon cart and see what I ordered 3 or 4 years ago and compare it to the cost from today and see a 132% increase in the cost of food in my Whole Foods cart. I mean, we're talking about real numbers here. I can look at the performance of the economy, the cost of gas, the extra $1,200 a month I have to pay for the same lifestyle that I had under Trump, and the possibility of her drafting my sons and daughters into a war in Ukraine that we shouldn't even be involved in. With Russia, a world power with nukes. So that won't do. Won't do.
Well, and other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Anton and Stacey, love having you on. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.